everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a high round back adjustment. This is the adjustment that you need if your spine rounds here at the base of your neck. A lot of times that can be diagnosed if you have, shirts that keep sliding back, although not always. That can also be a shoulder issue. But if you do have that protrudence there at the base of your neck where your spine kind of sticks out a little bit, that could be a reason why everything is kind of shifting to the back. Another way to diagnose that is if you notice that your center back hemline is like higher than the sides. So it's like pulling it up. So you need a little bit of extra length to go over that protrudence that's right there. A lot of times it's a posture issue. So a lot of times this happens to us as we age and as our posture starts to slump a little bit, we'll get that protrudence that's right there. But not always. Sometimes, young people, could also get that. It all depends on posture and just the shape of your spine there. So that is what I'm going to be showing you how to account for that and how to do that adjustment. Also, I'm using the Cashmere Montrose top for this, mostly because I was looking for something that had a high neck, and that pattern is out. So I grabbed that one to show you how to do this adjustment. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll answer those as soon as possible. And if you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more on the channel, I do have a Ko-fi account linked down below. It's a virtual tip jar. The money from that just helps me with equipment, supplies, maintenance on things, mostly for these educational type of videos, the sew-alongs and the tutorials and things like that. Okay, I think that's all I have. Again, questions, leave them down below. I will hope you have a great Sunday, and I will see you guys again on Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to do a high round back adjustment, and I think I already mentioned in the intro, a high round back is needed. It used to be called the Dowager hump, which is, we're just going to get rid of the term altogether because all of us work at computers now and, sewing machines for some of us, and the more we're slumped forward, the more we get that it's from posture where we kind of get that little hump at the very base of our neck. So basically we need to raise our center back neck. Usually it's anywhere from, I don't know, half of an inch, maybe an inch. I think probably most of the time it's about 5/8 of an inch-ish. So you may have to do a little bit of guessing or look at the muslin or the garment you've made and just kind of measure how much up you need it to go in order to get where it should be at the base of your neck. This adjustment also needs to be made if you have gaping at the back. So when you're standing, you've got the back of your shirt kind of stands away from your body a little bit. That usually means it needs to be up just a little bit more to get up over that hump. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Now this is a Linda Lee trick. So I learned this at her, one of her Sew Kansas. Was it Sew Kansas? Or maybe it was the Brando jacket. It was the one, I've been to one of her classes in person. It was wonderful. I highly recommend it. It was so good. And she showed how to do this one. And this isn't a adjustment that I need yet, but I'm very sure it's coming faster rather than later. Okay, so this is the Cashmere Montrose only because I had it out and I traced it off here. And you can see it's cut on the fold here. This is the back piece. This adjustment only gets made on the back. And Linda Lee's way of doing this is the most genius thing that I think I've ever seen. So I have marked in the seam allowance. There's a 1/2 inch seam allowance here. So I've marked in the seam allowance here at the arm side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line perpendicular to the grain line, which is the fold on this pattern, above the notches there. It doesn't really matter where. And I'm going to stop right at the seam line. And then we're going to make a line. Here we go this way. Make a line going up that is parallel to the grain and perpendicular to that other line you made. So we've made a box just like that. So we've gone, now we are going to cut this box out. So we don't have to be right at next to the seam allowance. We just don't want to mess with the sew line here because we want to leave the arm's eye just as it is. So I'm going to go down here and cut this box out. Like so. And I put colorful paper here for you. All right, now for this lower part, I'm going to go ahead and tape it in. Oops, hold on. I want it to be down lower. There we go. Oh, I crumpled my paper. Okay. There we go. So I'm just going to tape this down. This really is an easy adjustment. It's going to hopefully blow your mind. All right, now I'm just going to make my fold line here and take it all the way up. And let's say that we need to do 5/8 of an inch. So I'm going to add, we need to add 5/8 of an inch. Right there. So now I'm going to tape this in. So we've added that 5/8 of an inch, and you're going to see these markers. And hopefully you're going to be able to see through this. I'll switch marker colors here. Okay, so now we're going to tape this down. Okay, and the name of the game here is that we want to keep that shoulder line exactly. Oh, I've done that wrong. Okay, hold on. I was like, what in the heck is that curve? Well, Whitney, that curve would be your neckline. Okay, so maybe making some reference points as you do this. Holy moly. Oh, right. It goes this way. So I'm just going to line this back up, making sure that center line is right there along that line. Oh, look at that. Just like it's supposed to be. Good gracious. Okay. So now we've added the 5/8 of an inch. So that's going to shoot this up. So it should sit much better on your neck. But now we have this crazy shoulder and we don't want to mess with our arm's eye. So what do? Oh, this is so simple. We go at known points. So our known point here at the neck, you're going to have a much more sloped shoulder here on the back. But that's okay because that's what your body needs to get over that. So there's our new shoulder. So now our arm's eye stayed exactly the same. There's our shoulder. It gets sewn to the front the same. Everything should be fine. You can measure that. But if this is a little bit longer, that's fine. A lot of times it is in order to be eased into the front. That's a great fitting with most woven tops or knits. Your neckline stays the same. It's just been raised right here, the 5/8 of an inch. And then you lose that again back here. So everything should fit fine at the shoulder. Isn't that mind-blowing? Again, that's a Linda Lee trick that I learned at her Sew Kansas class. Such a great class. Yeah, so you have to do anything with the sleeve. Everything should fit just fine, just like this. And you should get a much better fit up here at the back of the neckline. As always, if you have any questions, please ask them down below. I'll be happy to answer those. And yeah, next week we're going to do a broad back adjustment. Oh, I also wanted to say, if you needed to do a narrow or a wide shoulder adjustment, do this adjustment first and then do your narrow or wide shoulder adjustment. I like to do my lengthen and shorten adjustments first and then do my narrow or widen adjustment second. So if I needed to do, for instance, a high round back adjustment and then also a broad back adjustment, I would do this one first and then I would do my broad back adjustment. I'm going to show you how to do that next week. Same thing. If I needed to do a petite adjustment on the front, I would do that first and then I would do my shoulder adjustment. So hope that answers that question. And yeah, I will see you guys again on Tuesday.